Am I here? Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a mostly professional tarot card reading from my haunted house in a creepy graveyard. Tonight's special is the buy one get one free. That means that any reading that you purchase is buy one get one free. Blah 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 blah. You know the dealio. Just go ahead and check out the description and the pinned comment. Everything that you need to know is there. $6 reading, $11.11 love reading, $15 XXX love reading, $20 past, present, future reading, as well as the $30 general. Every reading is only $1 per minute. Every reading that you purchase has a different set of cards that may come with it, depending on what I'm called to use. Always the sexual, magical, tarot card reading and oracle deck are used for your XXX love reading if you do order one of those. I'm going to put the spirit box on. I don't know about the REM pod tonight. I'm feeling more called to keep it a little bit more on the silent side of things. Try to get a little bit more real answers from whatever it is that we might be speaking to tonight, instead of giving them the option to just keep touching the REM pod. And yeah, so I'm just going to keep the REM pod off tonight for a little bit. Not sure if I'm going to put it on. I wish I could find a REM pod that had like a volume button. That thing is so loud. But I'm going to put the spirit box on. I'm going to do a few free collective messages. I'll probably just wait for some people to jump in on the chat before I do the free collective message. Okay, yeah, let your phone charge, Meryl. Is it Friday? Is it Friday yet? It is loud. You're right. You're right. Can you hear me tonight? How am I sounding? Am I loud and clear? See if the little man in the spirit box will work. And the speaker.
Power on.
Power off.
Now in SB7 mode. Maximum volume.
Okay, that's on. Just going to put a few things in chat. Tonight's special is the buy one get one free. Please like and subscribe if you'd like. That was scary to get a reading. Every reading is only $1 per minute. So we've got the $6 taco box, the $11.11 love reading. You can get the $15 XXX love reading, as well as the $20 past, present, future, and $30 general reading. It is buy one get one free, so all of those readings are buy one get one free. So when you buy a reading, you get one free. If you can't do the free reading tonight, we can always note it down that you have a free reading available to you because you purchased a reading, and we can do the free reading at your convenience at another time. I also do private readings. All you have to do is just make a payment for your reading. I'll get a notification. You can also send me an email if you'd like to get a private reading, and I will upload your reading to the channel. You can go and check it out. Of course, it will be private. Only you and I will be able to see it, or anybody you share the link with. But yeah, everything you need to know is in the description. I usually do 3 free collective messages during the live. I'll probably do one, though, in the beginning and one at the end. I haven't timestamped yesterday's free collective message yet, but maybe I'll do that while I'm sitting here for a moment. But I'm put some things in the chat just to put some notes in there so that anybody that might come in to hang out will what's going on. Are there any spirits that maybe were once living that would like to communicate with us tonight? Any ghosts? Are you a ghost? I prefer to call them spirits. I feel sometimes like maybe calling them ghosts might be disrespectful. I don't know. You guys want to chime in on that? How do you feel about that? What spirit? You don't think they mind either or? What would you want to be called? Would you want to be called a spirit, or would you want to be called a ghost? Spirit, are you ghosting me? I haven't gotten out of my pajamas since last night's live, so I'm still in my pajamas from yesterday. In Native American culture, they have specific names. Yeah. Are there any spirits here that would like to talk to us? Tell us about yourself. We come here with curiosity. We come with respect for you and to remember you. I remember when we first started doing this, Molly, you and I, and Liz, and it would take about a good 15 minutes for the spirit box to warm up. Really, Ghost Adventures touched on it briefly. I still need to catch up with that. I've never watched it. I still am looking for that video where they like released a demon from a box. But I have so much in my inventory that I haven't found it yet. Probably if I look for dates. I don't know if I look it up maybe by date in my maybe Google Photos or something. Really? Wow. You couldn't pay me to trip balls and go looking for skinwalkers. Wow. I would be interested in actually seeing that. Oh, maybe we can watch it on one of my nights off work. That would be really cool. Okay, yeah, look up the episode. That would be great. What you yelling at or shouting at, spirit? What's your name? Hi. What? How many spirits are there now with us? How many spirits are with us now? You have to go into the med center tomorrow. Yep. Molly, did you just hear the spirit box say your name? Do you have a message for Molly, spirit, or is that your name? Is your name Molly too? I wish I had a natural grocer. I think the closest thing I have to natural grocer is, sorry, I'm gonna stretch my leg. Probably a Sprouts, which I like Sprouts. They always have really great prices on produce, and you know, Frank and Dad and I, we eat mostly Whole Foods, so the produce there is incredible at Sprouts. Incredibly, like, you know what I mean? Like, its quality is very, very good. And the prices, I think the prices are better than some of the other places you could go to, like Publix, Walmart, Kroger. I don't shop at Walmart anyways. In fact, I'm gonna skip ever going there again if I can. Ask you, do you live? Okay, yeah, me live near Whole Foods or Whole Paycheck, to be honest. I also have more upscale place called Central Market. For doing the free collective message, first free collective message. How many spirits are with us on the other side that are willing to speak to us on the spirit box? I don't know, the Sprouts is kind of far away, so I don't really go to it. thought some of the labels you sent me today, Meryl, were very cute. But the hedgehog with the green beans, I mean, just using a hedgehog to market food. I don't know who thought of that. The hummingbirds were adorable with the tea. I love that. In fact, I'm going to ask Google a question about hummingbirds. So yeah, you guys get them during migration season. Where you are, Meryl. Mostly the Anna's hummingbird, which was the one that was on the label with the hot pink face, like hot pink like my hair. They migrate into your area starting mid-April to May. And the second most important period is July to September. And hummingbird feeders should be left out till mid-October. But be careful, because they could attract bears. That's the only thing. The feeder itself. Some vitamin D. nice. I'm like 12 subscribers from 1,900 subscribers. 1888. Thank you, whoever subscribed. I appreciate you. Collective message now. Did it just say friend? Are you a friend spirit? Are you a friend of somebody? You did say Molly's name earlier. A spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective. What do we need to know, spirit, about now? A spirit message, some guidance, some advice for anyone and everyone who may see this now or in the not too distant future. I think I remember that, Molly. I think I remember that. Sorry, my phone's blowing up. I'm going to do the collective message in a moment, I promise. To pause for a minute and I'll do the collective message in a minute. Help. How can we help you, Spirit? I'm gonna have to put my phone on do not disturb. I can't concentrate. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective. Do you have any advice on a spirit message for us, for anyone who may see this now, later, and in the not too distant future? Oh my God, I can't even. Are you serious? We've gotten this card before, and we got this card last night, and so Spirit's saying, in the Fool card, the Carefree Timelessness card, the Broke is the Beginning card. We've got, once again, Let Your Edges Be. Like, there's a lot going on right now all over the world. It's like, it's almost as if it's on fire. Many people are impulsive to act and say things before they think. Many people are on the verge of, saying hurtful things without, once again, thinking. This is not a time to be impulsive and turn your back on love and peace. It is definitely a time, though, for carefree timelessness. Yes, we must all feel broken about the tragedy and the world events that are going on, but it doesn't have to be that difficult, and being broke is definitely the beginning. The Spirit's biggest message here, I feel, is not just the brokenness of it all being the beginning, but the impulsiveness that causes people to say and do terrible things to each other. When you should be here to have fun, you should be here to want to see the world and have experiences. This is a new beginning, a time to turn over a new leaf, a time to turn the page. Okay, and it's going to be very important for many of you to practice letting your edges be liquid, like letting things that people say roll off your back. Things that annoy the hell out of you, things that don't serve you, things that might hurt you. You see, the Fool is not just about new beginnings and adventure, but it's also quite a serious message about being impulsive and being somebody that, you're too quick to hot to trot, not thinking before you take action on something. Well, maybe you're not supposed to hear the collective message. I don't know. Sometimes when people have problems hearing on the live, or they have a hard, difficult time hearing one of the videos, or even in any random video on YouTube, I just sometimes take that as a sign that maybe the collective message or the video is not for you. But the basic message is this, is advice from Spirit. Try not to be so impulsive about jumping to conclusions. Try not to be so impulsive about serving the things that don't serve you. Broke is the beginning of every situation, okay? But it doesn't have to be that difficult now, because you can just let things roll off your back. You don't have to serve what doesn't serve you. Because think before you speak. Think before you take actions, because everything that you're experiencing in your life is a direct reaction to your actions and reactions regarding your feelings, your thoughts, things that you're moving forward with in your life. So be good to yourself with your thoughts. It's really important that at a time like this, that more people are using their kindness and their love to lift up each other, unite communities, create, a visual with what you would like to see happen. you know, kindness matters. I have a coffee. Hey Samantha, welcome to the channel. If you do say something in the chat and nobody sees it, it's not your fault. It's just sometimes YouTube does that. So if you have a question and we don't see it, I'm sorry. I must say that because I don't want anyone to think they're being ignored. I'm just going to go ahead and put some things in the chat. Tonight's special is the buy one get one free reading. That means that every reading that you get is buy one get one free. So if you get the $6 reading, the $11.11 love reading, if you get the $15 XXX love reading, the $20 past, present, future reading, or the $30 general, every reading is buy one get one free. You can ask up to 3 questions. You can ask up to 3 questions, and that means that with your reading, you get, every reading is basically $1 per minute. So you'll also get that minute. It won't be just like, oh, you know, you just paid for a reading and you get a couple cards and someone throwing some advice at you. Be right back. You okay? Okay, I'm just checking on you. I just had to check on Rooney because, you know, he had a seizure the other day, so he's recovering from that, and I wasn't sure what he was doing over there in the corner. But it looks like he just rolled over on his back and he's fine. I wasn't sure what was going on there for a minute. You're living for this new candle you got, Jasmine Gardenia. You know, that's interesting. Because I made perfumes and I had a lot of gardenias and a lot of jasmines in my garden this summer. And I actually have made some jasmine and gardenia perfume, and I was thinking about actually putting it actually making myself a candle for the house that smells like that. Let me know if you like it. Let me know how it goes, how it burns. What kind of candle is it? You have perfume with fresh lavender. You know, I need to get that. I need you to like spray it on a little piece of paper and like send it to me, Molly, because I would love to smell that perfume. Or when you come visit for my Halloween birthday, bring the perfume so I can smell it. I need to smell that perfume. What do we need to know about the last weekend of summer coming up? That's a great question. I'll go ahead and ask the cards for sure. The spirit box got so quiet. Yes, I do. I love it. I love how one side is like, I think one side is blackberry and the other side is like a raspberry, and one is for daytime, one is for nighttime. It's a really nice perfume, to be honest. It's very nice. I'm not one of those girls that likes like a musky perfume. I really like fruity, flowery, kind of gentle perfumes. Now don't get me wrong, I love like frankincense and sandalwoods as well as perfumes, but only for like, you know, hot day nights. And I miss wearing Coco Chanel, but I'm not sure I ever want to put it on me again because, you know, it has animal musk in it. And that grosses me out. As much as milk does. But didn't they remake Coco Chanel? Like, isn't there like a Coco Chanel Mademoiselle or something like that that doesn't have animal products in it? It's like vegan. Okay, Molly. Sweet dreams, honey. I'm going to go ahead and ask the cards if there's anything that we need to know about the last weekend of summer. The first collective message was at 22 minutes, so I'll put... I think it was. I'll worry about putting the timestamps later. Sweet dreams, Molly. Let me know how the doctor goes tomorrow. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What do we need to know about... Is there anything that we need to know about the last weekend of summer? Yes. Let me just check something real quick. Oh my God. Fall Equinox is on Monday. So excited. We'll have to have a party here. Maybe I'll prepare some songs to sing for you guys and gals. So there is something that we do need to know about the last weekend of summer. So what is that, Spirit? What do you want us to know about the last weekend of summer? what does that American word mean again? I'll have to look it up. Interesting. Can you be something you don't even know what it means? You know, I guess it takes one to know one. The hurdy-gurdy of happiness accidents spin circumstances in your favor. You possess complete control over the situation, encouraging you to move energetically and purposefully towards bold dreams and ambitious desires. The sky is the limit. Okay. Let's see what the fairies want to say about this last weekend of summer. Sorry, I've never heard of that word before. It must be some fan granny name or something, or word or something. Hey Kendra, welcome to the Chammy. I feel like we're getting a lot of nature cards here. Spirit saying get out into nature, get closer to spirit. While you can, before you're locked indoors all fall and winter. But I also noticed there was this card just hanging out here by the rest of the tarot decks I've been using. It says go climb a mountain. If you do have mountains nearby, maybe Spirit is saying that, you know, there's something in that for you. But you know how I always also say, you know, there's, you know, you can move mountains with a cup of water. And I know that might seem like a strange perception of abilities, but strangely perfect timing. Strangely perfect timing to work towards the new goals this weekend, to set up working for new goals, getting ready for new goals you want to accomplish. It's a new beginning of a season, a beautiful season where people fall in love and, you know, fall in love with life again, and fall in love with the things that life has provided them during this harvest time of the year. These are still some very summery kind of cards here. I feel like both of these gentlemen here are talking about getting more in touch with nature on this last week of summer as much as possible as you can before it starts getting way too cold. Go climb a mountain and all-nighter. I'm not really sure why these two little cards were sitting here or where they even came from. I think they may have been stuck in the original deck that I was shuffling originally. So yeah, we can do that, Spirit. We can climb a mountain and pull an all-nighter. I'm going to read what these cards say on the back. There's something about reaching the top of a high mountain after a long hike that just tastes like victory. Pick your mountain carefully, though, allowing for a little challenge and a lot of awareness of your physical limits. So, you know, the mountain could just be your mountain of laundry, too. So, choose your mountain wisely that you're going to move with a cup of water. And then we have the all-nighter card here. Such a cute little sun. I feel like these cards, like, he's at the top of the mountain here looking down at the sunset or the sunrise in the ocean. So there's no better way to understand the volume of a day than stay up for 24 hours. Lord, do I know that. Feeling the passage of each hour and seeing the light change. It is a grounding experience to feel the relentless and reassuring cycle of the sun setting each evening and coming up each morning. The experience of watching and feeling an entire day go by is a calming and potentially spiritual exercise. Very interesting spirit messages. So getting close to nature is definitely on the menu if any of you are nature lovers like myself. Strangely perfect timing to start setting your goals for this new season and start putting some things in order within regards to maybe what those goals might be, what it looks like to get to the part or get to the point where you've got what you want, or what it is that you have to do to get what you want in regards to maybe accessing the success that you want with those goals, as well as, you know, choosing a mountain to move with a cup of water here. So choose that mountain wisely. And also time for maybe a nice spiritual experience, an all-nighter, you know, where you watch the sunset and the sunrise and experience each hour as a new experience to engage with. You know, maybe 1 hour you're watching the sunrise and the next hour you're, you know, I don't know, painting a picture of your lover or your friend or the nature that you might endure outside during that day or that evening. Yeah, I love summer. I don't know about you guys, but I love summer. Fall's okay. Winter's okay. But, I mean, I love all the seasons, don't get me wrong. But I prefer summer. Abel, a guitar. Hey, welcome to the Chammy. Does it say guitar? Or Aguilar? Okay, I thought it said Abel, a guitar. I don't have my glasses. Oh my goodness, you're so funny. Meryl, you're so funny. Brunhilda. Yeah, you want to get a better look at her. Zoom in a little bit. Really? I did not know that. Guess I missed that part. You know what I still haven't seen yet, and I still really want to see it, is the movie Legend, but the director's cut. I haven't seen that one yet, and I hear that it's quite different than the theatrical version. Like, it has a completely different storyline and everything. Yeah, Liam Neeson is a very good actor. Have you seen you haven't watched you haven't watched the White Queen or the White Princess yet, correct? Because his son plays King Edward IV in those, and he's gorgeous. At least as King Edward IV he is. But I never saw him in anything else after that. I mean, maybe he's been, but I don't really follow actors or famous people. So I don't know if he's ever done anything else in regards to. Yeah, breaking the please don't make it weirder than it already is rule right away will get you hidden. Yeah, that's because I've taken it on the chin a few times, y'all. Hey Joshua, how are you? You think you're an alien? I know my roommate's one. My roommate's grandmother was taken by aliens when she was a young woman. She's probably in her 80s now, but they did bring her back. And what's very strange about my roommate is you can just kind of see it in him. You can see it in his hands. You can see it in his eyes. Like, his eyes are so, like, they're so blue, they're almost purple, almost like this white purple color. They're really weird. I know that several of the men in his family have like some kind of extra organ. I know they took it out of his dad and went to go study it. I never got the rest of the story really, because the family's kind of just weird about talking about it, especially the grandmother's very uncomfortable talking about it. It's because it scared her to death almost. And this happened in South Carolina, so I would have to say, I would have to say that I believe her because of her fear and the way that she acts when the subject's brought up. I can't imagine how scary it could be to be taken like that. I'm doing all right, Joshua. Thanks so much for asking. But you might have alien in you, K accent. I don't know if I'm saying your name right. I'm just gonna call you K. And it's just fine to feel that way. I wouldn't put it past us that most of us would probably have some kind of ancient alien DNA. I know there's been a lot of people who have the Ancestry DNA test that have a small percentage of their DNA that's untraceable. It's not traceable at all. They don't know what it is. And they haven't really said what it is either. Like, I don't think Ancestry can even explain it themselves. Oh, okay, yeah, we can do your questions, Josh. Sure, we can do your other free reading. That would be fun. Your man dude is hot, Meryl. I don't even know who you're talking about, but I'll take your word for it, Meryl. But yeah, we can do your free reading, Josh, anytime that you're ready. I'm just going to go and get a drinky treat, and I will be right back, okay? Thank you guys so much for the likes. I appreciate it. Hey Sam, welcome to the Chammy. It's nice to meet you. I'm actually gonna get a raspberry vodka and a raspberry and lime spindrift. I think that's what they're called. Nice putting on the spot. Alright, I will be right back, my lovelies. It won't take very long. It won't take long. I'll be right back. Did Josh put his questions in the chat yet? Is he still here? I'm back. What are some common questions to ask? Oh, I'm not sure. Usually if someone doesn't know what to ask, I will just ask your most trusted and strongest spirit guides what you need to know about right now. So we could do something like that. When I channel spirits for each individual person, I prefer to ask what their most strongest and trusted spirit guides, guided by overall, you know, my creator's guidance through channeling what they need to know most. But mostly it's what their most trusted and strongest spirit guides need them to know now. Well, Obama's wife is a very beautiful woman, so thank you. So that, Joshua, is probably something very common that I don't know if other tarot card readers do that, or other psychic mediums, or other medicine women, but or other mystics, but do I see any change? Well, if you've had evil energy recently that you're feeling, you know, around you, what's going to be important is to not serve that energy, because it doesn't serve you. So, Eric, what you need to understand about that is the change starts within you. There's nothing outside of you to give it to you but you. Okay? You are the beautiful creator of your reality. So if you buy into something such as evil energy, you're going to bring about that evil energy. Fear-mongering can do this to you from the outside and worldly things that you see. Trauma from other people that are experiencing it online or offline, or the horrible things that you might see on TV or social media. These things will spiritually fatigue you as well as physically fatigue you, even if they're not happening to you, Eric. So focus on those good vibes. See, you everything that's happening to you, Eric, is a direct response to your thoughts and feelings, your actions and reactions to your thoughts and feelings. And sometimes when you're just not even doing that, that will happen. Give me one moment. Hold on a second. Someone needs to make a statement with flavor. Also, Joshua, if you're still there, the live that we did on the other evening when we did your paid reading, when we first started doing your readings, it's time stamped for you. And I will link you into it now so you can maybe save the link or come back to the chat later. In case you want to go back and listen to the reading that we did. And then I'll go ahead and start your reading. Thank you, Molly. Okay, Joshua, here is the link to the live where we did your first paid reading. And if you go down to the comments, you'll see a couple of comments from subscribers, and then you'll see the timestamp for the both free collective messages that evening at the beginning and the end of the live, plus the timestamp for your reading, Joshua, that we did when you first paid. Catch up on chat here for a moment.
Maximum volume.
And let's go ahead and find out what Spirit needs you to know right now that is the most important thing for you, Joshua. And Joshua, if you have any questions that might come up in your thoughts, in your mind, in your heart, that you want to ask while I'm doing this reading, feel free to ask. Hey. If there's any spirits that want to chime in on the spirit box, feel free to. Spirit, I'm calling for Joshua's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Joshua need to know right now, Spirit? What is the most important things that you want to share with Joshua about currently what's going on in Joshua's life? What does Joshua need to know right now, Spirit? I'm going to start with the Love Tarot deck. It's just the Major Arcana. This is one of my main decks that I use because, see, the thing about Tarot, Joshua, is even though there's 78 cards in a Tarot deck, you've got the Major Arcana as well as the Minor Arcana. And the Minor Arcana is kind of like the, I don't know if you've ever played chess, but they're kind of just like the small pawns in the game here. The things that you see that come out of that Minor Arcana deck, that part of the deck. The four suits, they're important, but there's small minor issues that don't matter as much as what the major arcana have to say to you. Cards like the Fool, the Devil, the Hierophant, the High Priestess, the Star, the Justice card, the Judgment card. So I like to use this deck because it just gets kind of to the point of things in regards to your life and anything that which you love that's important to you. Card number 1. Just a lot of shouting going on in the spirit box tonight. I'm also going to get you a power deck card. First, let's see what channeled messages we can get from the Liminal Space deck. Spirit, can you clarify the Star, the Tower, and the Temperance card for Joshua in regards to what he needs to know right now from his most trusted and strongest spirit guides? Like a great card. Witness. Oh boy. Witness. You know, witnessing, you know, you are here to witness, Joshua. We are all here to witness. But it could be, like I was just saying to Eric, it could be, oh, sorry about that. Let me turn the call center off while we're doing your reading. So sorry about that. You know, we all here to witness. Witness what's going on around us in the world. When you get in a partnership, you're there to witness somebody's life and your love story as well. Witnessing, depending on what you're witnessing, it can cause anywhere from extreme joy to, like what I was just saying to Eric, physical fatigue, spiritual fatigue. Even if the trauma or the crazy that you're witnessing is not something that's directly happening to you. It is important for people like Eric and all of us to purge that trauma as well. Or it can build up and build up and build up and change you over time. Make your dreams a little bit darker, make your life a little bit darker. And then, of course, what you think about, you bring about. So what are you telling yourself, Joshua, about you, yourself, and what you're witnessing in life? So the first card is the Star card. Spirit is saying that you may have been feeling very sensitive about the things that you want in your life, and maybe them feeling like, you know, they're way out of your league, you know, intangible. These things might feel intangible. The comfort you want, the love story you want, the life that you want, the dreams that you maybe have that didn't come true, that maybe you lost along the way. But still, all of that can be yours, because when you desire something, it is already yours, just because you desired it. Also, Spirit is saying in this card, Joshua, you know, it's your reality. It's not somebody else's reality to create for you. Nobody has any power over you unless you give it to them. You are the star of your movie here that you are consciously living you know, seeing through your eyes, the situation that's going on in your world. You are the beautiful creator of it. And whatever you believe your creator to be, even if it's just the dirt outside, co-conspires with you within regards to your outcome and what you're experiencing. So Spirit's asking you, what do you want the next scene to be in your movie? Because since you are the director, you are the star. This is not some kind of main character syndrome or some kind of narcissistic energy in the star card. The star card is a very lovely card, letting you know that you are the one that is writing this script for yourself. So what do you want the next scene to be? Maybe it's been a lot of this fucking in here. Pardon my French, YouTube, but maybe this has been a lot of fear mongering, a lot of things that you feel are out of your control to overcome. Maybe you feel like you have fallen upon disgrace, and maybe even feel as if you're not sure how to put the pieces back together, whether they're your pieces or other people's pieces or pieces of the world. But Spirit does say in this Tower card as well, Tower doesn't always have to be this difficult, and it isn't always a negative card to get, especially between two cards that are so positive like the Star and the Temperance card. The Temperance card is about patience, love, taking your time to really understand your situation in some cases. There's also Two of Cups hidden within the Temperance, which is about love and true love. And I feel like maybe with love and true love, you've been feeling a little bit shattered about that. You've been feeling a little bit lost about that. But the Angel and the Temperance card is here to tell you, with patience and kindness and understanding of yourself first and then others, you will find that Two of Cups, that true love in your life. Self-care is self-love, so be focusing on what it is that you're telling yourself about you, because your self-concept, it will form and shape the way things turn out in your life. If you feel like you're weak, then it's not that you're weak, it's just that you may be experiencing, once again, spiritual fatigue, physical fatigue from the things that you're, once again, witnessing, which is your main card here tonight, your main message. You also have the Burn the Idols, the Void Burger. Did you know it's National Cheeseburger Day, you guys? So, Void Burger, Burn the Idols. I always feel like when this card shows up in a reading, that it's telling you, look, maybe there's people you looked up to. Maybe there are celebrities you looked up to. Maybe there's musicians you looked up to. Maybe in some way they've let you down, or they haven't let you down. But Spirit is saying to you, burn the idols. If there's any idea, hey Fiona, welcome back to the Chammy Honey. Hey Metal Rain, it's so nice to see you both. Happy last weekend of summer. I hope we have fun and enjoy it together. But any ideals or ideology of things that you think that maybe you had to have, or things that you thought were supposed to take place, or, it's almost like, how people will get, they'll go from point A to point B to point C with their dreams, or their needs, or their wants, or their desires. But they start getting all into the idea of how it looks from the outside world. Okay, like, let me see, what's the best way I can explain this? I want to go do this, but where's the money? I want to go do this, but am I good enough for this? I want to go do this, but I'm not like that person, so I'm not sure I can do it. I'm not sure I'm capable. No listening to the idea of what it is that you think other people think that you have to do to get to the other side of the rainbow, or find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Celebrities, people who maybe are, you know, influencers online, things like that. Try to avoid all that. Try to avoid what other people say in regards to, you know, what, you know, once again, it's programming. You know, you can't have what you want unless you work really hard for it. You can't do what you want unless you work really hard for it. You can't have anything because you're this, or that. So be careful of what you're telling yourself and what you're telling yourself about others. Like, really get into the idea of avoiding the middle, the meddling with the middle. Do you see what I mean? You need LSD? That's okay. Some people need LSD. It's all right. I need a drink. I need a drinky treat. I'm thirsty. So Spirit's saying, even with like, you know, all those commercials online that push, not commercials. Well, commercials are online, yes, because we see them on YouTube, but commercials on TV, advertisements in magazines, newspapers, and billboards, things like that. You know, they're only there to program you. Right now, Spirit says you're trying to do your best to accept that wherever you go, there you are. Spirit's asking you to deeply know thyself. Deeply know thyself. Spirit's asking you to take some time to understand that accepting where you have been and where you are now, it's okay. Because you have the option to co-create with your Creator to create that future and the next moment that you experience. Acceptance is the answer. You know, is the glass half full or is it half empty? Is that a painting on the wall or is that a window to escape to freedom? You know, your perception is divine. So what is it that you're perceiving life to look like? Because your thoughts create everything that's in the room that you're in now, Joshua, is there because of a thought you had. And life is very much like that in general. So you got the witnessing card from the Spirit deck. There's the moon, there's the stars, there's the Milky Way, there's the sky, there's also the planet Earth. There's also three rock formations, the plains, and then another mountainous range in the back. I also feel this number here, 44, might be an important number to you. 4 plus 4 also means 8, which is infinity, which means infinity. And then let's take a look at the card for a moment. Yeah, if I start screaming, there's going to be neighbors coming outside with rocket launchers. So you have the 3 beautiful mountain. And I think it's interesting that the mountainous range is coming up here because one of the cards earlier, Meryl asked, you know, what do we need to know about, you know, the last weekend of summer? Go climb a mountain and have a fun all-nighter. You also see the shadow here on the mountain. I feel like Spirit is saying to you, what you have witnessed before is gone. Okay, it's not coming back. Your past is not coming back. What you're witnessing now is the most important thing to take all in. And what you will witness in the future, make sure that it's beautiful. Make sure that you're focusing on witnessing things that create joy inside of you, that create that careless, timeless freedom and energy inside of you. What is it that brings you joy? Getting out in nature, you know, staying in the state of mind that you want to be in instead of the state of mind you don't want to be in. Now, if you get into the idea that you have to stay in the state of mind you don't want to be in because you don't know how to get into the state of mind you want to be in, just trying is the first start. Just trying is the first start, Joshua. So live in your sacred witness. The inner place of silence and observing is your true identity, and therefore your true power. Your sacred witness is all you really have when all else is gone. Like monoliths in an ancient valley of great stones is observing and remembering the passage of ages. The answers that you find through the timelessness of spirituality and the innocence of nature offer the infinite. Each human being is on his or her own path, each different from yours. Answers to your questions are rarely found in another human, and that is so very true. What you need to know, it's just right here. All you have to do is ask yourself and follow that inner compass. Sometimes sometimes many of us just follow our hearts, or kind of flying by the seat of our pants. But getting into the idea of following that head, that inner compass, and letting it guide your heart. I feel in my own personal experience, it does help me find the answers. Because like this card says, the answers to your questions are within. Answer your own questions by reflecting on nature and conversing with your own sacred witness. Hey Peach, welcome back. How are you, sweetheart? You saw a crescent moon like this last night. Beautiful. Awesome. So yeah, that is your reading for tonight, Joshua. I hope that helps you. If you have any questions about your readings, please feel free to ask anytime. You can also always email me at my email address, gypsyqueencardreader@gmail.com. You're so welcome, Joshua. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope this reading has helped. And also I sent you the link for where the timestamp is for your last reading that we did a couple nights ago. Well, I think Metal Rain is in Los Angeles. I'm glad to know you're doing good, Peach. That's awesome. I'm good. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate you asking. Obsessed with weather, apparently. It's okay to be obsessed with weather. I know that the weather's definitely changing for some of us. I know it'll change for you quicker up there, Fiona, than down here for me and where I'm located. Has it even started to get cool there yet, Fiona? Are there any spirits on the other side that would like to speak to us tonight? We would love to hear your voice. Yeah, I can send Josh's link to your messenger. Yeah, dear, I can do that right now. So, Metal Rain, if you want to make it rain, you've got the perfect name for it. Go outside and go back to remembering what it feels like for raindrops falling on your face. Maybe remember what it smells like. Really get into that feeling and embody that energy of yeah, it's gonna rain, and you watch. You watch, Mr. Rainmaker. He'll make it rain. Unpredicted rain is always the coolest, in my opinion. Okay, I'm sharing the link with you now, Meryl. Oh yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, I know, for the Bible tells me so. I don't need anybody's permission for Jesus to protect me. Thanks for praying for me. I appreciate it. I hope someday that you can free your mind from the discord of limiting beliefs and circumstances. That there's anything outside of you to give it to you but you. You don't like Death Valley? I don't think anybody likes Death Valley. Except for maybe the animals that live in it. Are there really any animals in Death Valley? I don't know anything about Death Valley other than its name is pretty cool. So yes, numerous animals live in Death Valley, a harsh environment that hosts surprising biodiversity, including mammals like desert bighorn sheep and kangaroo rats. Oh my goodness. Birds such as roadrunners and ravens. Reptiles like desert iguanas, and even native fish like endangered desert pupfish. These species have developed various adaptations such as nocturnal behavior or the ability to obtain water from food to survive the extreme heat and dryness. Jesus. Jackrabbits and coyotes. What the hell is a kangaroo rat? Don't you hate how like some Christians are like, they treat you like you need God's permission to really be loved unconditionally? Or that they feel they need to pray for you so that that the Creator will protect you. Isn't that weird? Don't you find that weird? I find it weird. I find it really strange. I mean, I'm grateful when people pray for me. Please don't get me wrong. I think prayer is a very powerful thing. I just don't pray in the way traditional people pray. I mean, I'm pretty set in stone with my spirituality. And I'm really not a very religious person, but I am a very spiritual person. Scorpions. Yeah, we have scorpions here, believe it or not. Meryl. Isn't that crazy? Meryl is so funny. Oh, hey, man. You know, I mean, it's changed since the supposed Bible was written 2,000 years ago. Now we've got Christian nationalism mixed into it, which makes it even more confusing and takes out the depth of the spirituality, in my opinion. I mean, I know I say no politics or religion, but it is my channel, so if I want to bring it up, I can. But if anybody else wants to bring it up, I just can't. I don't know if I... That's why I have that particular rule, because not everybody is comfortable with politics and religion. You know, and being the channel owner, I know the people that come here, what they are and what they are not comfortable with, the people who are actually genuine in the community. So, I mean, I know what's okay to say and what's not, but I don't want someone to come in here who's just off the street and be like making anybody uncomfortable, that just comes here as a genuine person that is genuine about being a part of the community here. Yeah, a kangaroo rat, isn't that the strangest thing in the world? Sounds like a chihuahua to me. I love your name, Peach. I love peaches. I love the color peach. I love Princess Peach from Mario Brothers. Yeah, it's a pretty cool name. It is a safe space. I want to make this a safe space for everybody. But it can get, you know, kind of confusing sometimes for people, because people think that you can't be a shaman, a witch, and a Christian at the same time. People think that you shouldn't be atheists. Like, that's just so weird to me. I think if somebody wants to be atheist, that, you know, they have a reason for the feeling that way, and they have a right to feel that way. I think if you want to be a Protestant, that's your business. If you want to be a Catholic, that's your business. If you want to be a Baptist, that's your business. If you want to be a Wiccan, that's your business. If you want to be a Scientologist, okay, fine. But we're going to definitely try to pull you out of that Scientology. Because that was just originally a comic book that failed. You wonder if Taco and Buddy get along now? Yeah, because here's the thing, Metal Rain. When you die, you don't take all that... You don't take all that hate and anger and frustration and fucking part of my French with you, you know? You only take the love. Wiccan is not evil, and I'll be the first person to block you for saying that. You don't even know how to spell it correctly. Don't be coming here and talking shit about Wiccan fluff bunnies. I'm personally friends with Lori Cabot. I don't appreciate that. And that's okay, Gaia. It's up to you to help us understand it, you know, and we're open to understanding it as well. But yeah, I absolutely understand what you're saying, Gaia. I really do. And I think that at a time like this in our lives, when the world is the way the world is right now, we need more kindness and love. We don't need to be like trying to start shit with each other or hurt each other or say horrible things to each other. It's a time for understanding, a time for communication more than ever, a time for love and kindness, instead of pushing the ideology of hate on one another in such terrible ways over such terrible things. Yeah, and I can't believe it. Like, Metal Rain is writing a sequel to the TV show from the 70s called Three's Company. The new one's called still Three's Company. And yesterday we were supposed to, the acting group was supposed to get together and read his new script, and but Buddy passed away. And the thing that was so peculiar about September 17th is that's John Ritter's birthday, the guy who played Jack on Three's Company. So I found that to be a very interesting fact about yesterday. And I feel that the cat might have been telling us something through the spirit box in regards to how it was feeling and what it was doing and where it was going when I heard that little meow on the spirit box not too long ago. You know, I think Middle Rain, I think I may have even made a highlight of that night when the spirit box meowed like a cat. So I'll try to go back and find that night, excuse me, and share it with you. What did I think when I heard a meow? I was just amazed by it because I had never heard an animal sound through the spirit box before. Stormy, what do we need to know about the autumn we'll bring on 22nd? Oh, the autumn equinox? What will this new season usher in? That's a good question. It's a very good question. Let's use this deck and see what kind of images we can get from it. I just love the smell of new paper. I got this deck of cards a few years ago, so I'm not going to be bending and folding and messing around with it too much because it's one of my favorite decks. And I rarely use it because it's so beautiful and I don't want to crop the cards up. Let's see if we can get a couple of cards from it to tell us what we need to know about that. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective message, as a collective for all of us, on what do we need to know about the new season? What will the autumn equinox bring us on the 22nd, and what will this new season usher in? Repent and believe in the gospel. What is this? Tudor England? Jesus Christ, on a crutch. Do these people just get online and look for people to troll with in the name of God? It's so weird to me. It's so fucking rude. God's just looking at you laughing. God herself is not putting up with that shit anymore. That's a direct message from her, okay? Well, there is so much symbolism in these cards. Let's see what they have to say. And I'll show them to you as well. I'm just gonna decipher them first. Oh wow, so Fiona, remember what I said about how weird kangaroo rats, they can live their whole life without drinking water. By metabolizing water from the seeds they eat. That's so strange. Must be an alien. Nine of Swords. King of Swords. Eight of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. It's like a very strange weather omen in this Nine of Swords. There might be a lot of weather that comes out suddenly and they open, it's unexpected. Look for a flock of ravens for the sign that it's coming. Now we're not just talking about 1 or 2 or 3. We're talking about a whole lot. You may wonder where it's coming from, but at the end of the day, this is what's coming. It's nine of swords, like as if the signs of nature will be changing. There may be huge storms that come, like cell storms, like those kind that they're like, where did that come from, and just drop out of nowhere. Stuff that's not on the radar that might burden many people in their journey there and back again. But Spirit's also saying in regards to this strange weather that will bear strange fruit. The King of Swords. That, it's easy. It's going to be easier than you think to overcome like that kind of thing as well. Like the King of Swords is saying, it doesn't have to be so difficult, because once again, your mind is the key to everything. Your mind is the power to changing the illusion of the burdens that pop up in your life. I feel there will be a lot of symbolism within regards to your lives that are going to be like omens for you to pay attention to in nature. Not just with the weather, but the shapes in the clouds, the shapes that are created by maybe even a flock of birds that fly by or come by, the shapes that you see in nature. What are you seeing in the trees? What are you seeing in the grass? What are you seeing? What are you seeing in the snow? What are you seeing in the rain? So overcoming burdens will the burdensome of the ideas of what is to come that you might even be fearing that hasn't even happened yet. Okay, because there is no past. Okay, the past is not coming back. All right, and there is no future. It isn't here yet. So what is here is right now, and that's the most important thing to be focusing on, is right now, because once again, your actions and reactions in regards to your feelings is what you bring about. What you think about is what you bring about. So the next card is the 8 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles and 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. Creation. What are you creating? It's going to be a lot of us creating. I want my flashlight. 1 second. Sorry about that. This is such a beautiful card, the 8 of Pentacles. I feel like this card is saying, during these times of trouble or times of bad weather, and I'm not even saying that the bad weather could be even something that might come about in regards to what we see in the sky or outside when we step outside, but even the bad weather in our heads, the bad weather in our hearts, the bad weather in the things that pop up in our minds, the things that don't serve us, the things that don't let us bring our creation to fruition. There may be many of you that are feeling, in the past, that there may have been things that you look back on that maybe you weren't so successful with them, maybe you weren't. It's time to overcome that. It's time to create a new story. It's time to rewrite your history in this 8 of Pentacles. It's time to bake a new cake. It's time to design a new web. What is excitement to the spider is chaos to the fly. So which one are you, the spider or the fly? And pay attention to your pets, your animals. Take good care of them because they take good care of you and they love you. And I feel that that's also very much something that Spirit wants y'all to know. If you have pets, take really good care of them. Pay a lot of attention to them because they have feelings and emotions and wants and needs and desires as well. Yeah, readings start at $6. And every reading that you purchase is buy one, get one free. So I feel like the chaos that might be in your heart, your mind, your soul, it doesn't have to just pertain to, you know, the bad weather or strange weather outside, but it can also very much have to do a lot with the strange weather in your head and heart. Yeah, manifest your own reality. So, like, I like to play around with the weather. I like to make it rain when we need rain. I like to make it stop raining when it's raining. I really like to use my aerokinesis gift to its full effect when needed. Yeah. And I've always had that gift since I was very young. I didn't really understand it, but I just ended up having to accept it. Fiona, the time of night for sanctimonious zealots. Summon a ghost and bully it? No, it's okay. I'm not a bully. It's not my job. But you might enjoy trying it. So why don't you go ahead and try it? Meryl, you're so funny. It's a haunted house in a graveyard. It's not supposed to look like Disney. Raymond Page, one of the Addams family. Thanks. I'm going to keep driving. Yeah, sure, keep driving. Don't let the pavement speed bump hit you in the ass. Very funny, Raymond. I'm just catching up with chat for a minute. Oh yeah, pay attention to the birds. Yeah, definitely. We were just talking about that the other night, weren't we? Like, you can just tell it. Like, I think it was the last read. That was last week during the reading. We were talking about how April can tell when an earthquake is coming. Wow, so you saw a video where a pet using pet buttons told the caregiver's parents that an earthquake was coming. Wow, that's insane. If you're using the N-word or you're coming here to bash Jews, you will immediately be hidden from the channel. So hopefully nobody saw that message and hopefully it doesn't disturb anybody. So, Cherry Bob, yalakabilakalah, poof, away you go. Wow. Yeah, it's been a while since y'all have had an earthquake, you're right. You know what's interesting, Fiona, is I once accidentally bought the pet communication button thing, but I like bought it for another reason, and I didn't realize what it did. So I ended up sending it back, not realizing what it was. I'll be right back. Hello. Bye, honey. Metal Rain, do you want to put your questions in the chat for your free taco box? Please do so. I am just gonna refresh my drink. Put your questions in the chat, babe, and I'll be right back. that woke the trolls up. Oops. Did Metal Rain fall asleep? Oh, there you are, Metal Rain. Nikita. Hey, Nikita. Welcome to the Chammy. Oh, it's paid readings only. If you want to shave your head, I think that'd be a great idea. I think it'd be cool. Okay, well, Whiskers the cat stick around a while longer, even though Buddy is gone. Hold on 1 second. Let me just check on Rue. Hi, baby. Are you okay? Are you okay, sweet pea? Come here, baby. Come here, precious. Okay, so... Well, Whiskers the cat stick around, okay, and will we be getting more readers through Still Company? Will I be taking as much needed staycation during fall? Just kind of need to keep my eye on him because he just woke up. And those are I guess the doctor said that when they wake up, like, or right before they go to sleep, are like times when they could seize out, like have more prone to seizures. Okay, you okay? Need to get up to get a twink twink? He's feeling better. I think he's definitely feeling better. Yeah, this is Rooney, puppy Rooney. Oh, baby. Okay, you want to get a twink twink? There you go. Get a twink twink, baby. Make sure that is this working? Yeah, it's working. Yep, that's Rooney. He had a seizure the other day, Fiona. It's like the first time I'd ever experienced that with a pet. It was pretty scary, but he's okay. I took him to the vet. Yeah, it's difficult for some to tell the difference between Gypsy and Ruby. But that is, Ruby is Gypsy's mommy. So they look similar. Okay, so you want to know about Whiskers. Let's channel the Golden Girls. Since they're all on the other side already, regarding Whiskers and regarding Buddy. Yeah, he's doing much better. The girls and him were just, they had just eaten lunch and they were playing, and you know, when they're playing, Ruby's like the quarterback and she bumped him and was just kind of bumping him, and they were playing pretty rough. And yeah, the doctor said what could have triggered the seizure is his tooth got knocked out when they were playing. So the extreme pain from that may have caused the seizure. She didn't want to do any blood work. She didn't want to do any scans or anything like that because she felt that he may have had an infection. So she put him on some antibiotics and gabapentin for now. And then we'll follow up with blood work once she feels that he's secure and safe enough without an infection in his body, and once that infection's cleared up. No? Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Will Whiskers the cat stick around a while longer even though Buddy is gone? Spirit says yes in your Hierophant card here. Whiskers feels like, you know, that was just the next best thing for Buddy, is to pass on, move on, and cross the Rainbow Bridge as well in that Hierophant card. But this is also letting you know that Whiskers will be sticking around despite Buddy being gone, and Whiskers will also, you know, be there to take care of you guys in the best way he can emotionally for you. Because I know it's probably very emotionally comforting to have the cat. Cats can actually bring down your blood pressure and help calm your anxiety and worries and things like that. So yeah, he will be sticking around a little while longer. Spirit, will we be getting more readers for the Three Still Company read? Spirit says yes, somebody new is coming in. I feel like it's a male energy within regards to the Knight of Cups, somebody who loves, you know, the arts, somebody who is a natural thespian, somebody who needs to have that cup of love in their life, who's been feeling a little bit like, you know, they're in some kind of prison in their mind. They're looking for some kind of freedom within regards to the arts, and but yes, that Knight of Cups is definitely suggesting someone new coming in, and it's a male, kind of a male energy, a male kind of energy that's coming in. You know, and it could very well be a female energy, but I feel like it's saying that it's somebody who just feels like mentally trapped, that is looking for something special, that cup of love to overcome that, you know, that pause on their mental wealth. Spirit, will Metal Rain be getting the chance to take a staycation during this fall? Maybe not this early fall, but there is a transformation coming up through the fall that will give you some justice in regards to having that time that you're seeking. So while it might not be in the beginning of fall, it might be as fall and winter transition around more closer to the holiday season, okay? Yeah. And it'll definitely be something that helps balance you out. The sooner the better, though, okay? So give it to yourself because no one else will give it to you, and you really need to have that peace of mind and that time for yourself to recover from some of the things you've been going through. Yeah, hopefully it won't happen again, Fiona, you're right. Someone once said that pets are responsible for people dying sooner. Like, what? They must have hated animals, yeah. It's actually been proven that having a dog, having a pet helps you to actually live longer. Yeah, I'm feeling Thanksgiving. I'm feeling that transition, because the death card, while it's a no card, you know, I'm not called to do yes or no questions, but and I don't really like to read cards yes or no. I like to actually give you an answer. I mean, I'll give you what people say the card means or in regards to yes or no, but I feel like the card's saying, giving you a time, giving you an actual when it will happen as fall transitions to winter during the holiday season. You'll find that balance and that justice and that staycation that you want. Your friend Al doesn't like animals? Oh, that's disappointing. Animals are wonderful. I love animals. If I could have my own animal sanctuary, I would. Did I just hear the spirit box say help? Are there any spirits there that would like to communicate with us tonight? How many spirits are with us? Can you tell us how many are there? How many spirits are with us? How many spirits are with us tonight? Spirits that are there. If there's any spirits there that would like to talk to us, could you tell us your name? Here? Where to? I know I sworn I could have heard them say 8 as well. If there's any spirits that would like to tell us their names or what you'd like to be called. I said Molly's name earlier, Fiona, but I didn't really get an answer as to why. When I asked its name, it said Molly, but I wasn't sure. I asked it if that was its name, but it didn't say yes or no. I know, right? But there is one spirit that comes by named Duke. It's either Duke or Luke. But he has a crush on Molly. He has a crush on Molly. It's kind of cute. Maybe Spirit Box does like the name 888 or the number 8. Do you want to sing for us tonight again, Spirit? Let's just say 8 again. Hey yo, to you too. Spirit, can you hear my voice? Spirits, why do you like the number 8 so much? I didn't want to turn the REM pod on tonight because I wanted to actually see if any of the spirits would actually engage more in the idea of talking to us than not talking to us and just making the spirit box go, the REM pod go off. Not sure where Puppy Rooney went to. I'm just checking to make sure he's okay. Alright, he's okay. He's here. Come here, baby. I got you. Okay. So now I have Ruby. She just woke up too. Now Ruby doesn't have seizures, but she does get tremors, and the tremors are caused by pain and anxiety from her life before me. Because she went through a lot. Ruby was once a AKC champion in the state of Washington for Chihuahuas. She did a lot of shows, so she did a lot of jumping, she did a lot of acrobats for treats. So she has some issues with her knees. I'm not certain if they kept her in a tight little cage for years, because she does have some problems with her spine. She had terrible food aggression, which the food aggression is gone now. She was 9.5 pounds when I brought her home, so she's now 6.5 pounds, so she lost all that weight. But in her older years, they just bred the shit out of her, pardon my French, and then kept her as a whelping dog for all the other dogs that got pregnant. It was just ridiculous. She was a little diamond in the rough, and the woman had 25 Chihuahuas, and instead of feeding them properly, she would just cook some chicken on the grill and throw it to the whole group of Chihuahuas. And Ruby is going to be 11 years old on September 30th. Ruby is a loving Libra. And one of my best friends. So Rooney is a Virgo. He is August 28th. Ruby is a Libra, September 30th. And Gypsy is a Pisces Aries cusp. She was born on March 25th. And Gypsy's 6, Ruby's 11, and Rooney is 14. Now, one of the only things that really Ruby has in regards to aggression is she has sleep aggression. So, like, if she's sleeping, and somebody just kind of moves a little bit next to her, she'll start growling and get, like, kind of aggressive. And I haven't really been able to correct that. Who was born on March 25th? Baby Gypsy. Oh, you think Chihuahuas are spooky? No, there's nothing spooky about Lady Ruby Doo. Lady Ruby Scooby Doo. Gypsy just turned 6 years old in March. Ruby, you gonna pray for us? You gonna pray? You gonna pray? She's like, no, just rub my belly. Pray. But yeah, they get along pretty well. All three dogs get along well. But I kind of feel bad for them because all their little cat friends passed away. So Rooney grew up with cats all around him. And when Gypsy and Ruby came into the picture, they had never been around cats, but the cats I did have, they got along with really well. So they had to go through watching the cats pass away, which I feel bad for them. But they get along really well with cats. They're not too keen on other dogs, but they do like cats, so that's a good thing. Anything that's smaller than them as well, they don't mind. Like, they're not the kind of dogs that want to chase after squirrels or birds or anything like that because they're smaller than them. But if it's like something bigger than them, they want to kill it. Unless it's a cat, which I find to be very funny. Oh, such a beautiful baby girl. Good night, Metal Rain. Sweet dreams when you get there, sweetheart. I'm going to be calling it a night too soon here. I'm at like 10%. I'm at 10% and I've got to go to bed because I've got to get up in the morning and work. So if anybody wants to get a paid reading, it's buy one, get one free. I'm not sure that the spirit box is very much alive tonight. We've just gotten a lot of gibberish. But are there any messages from spirits on the other side? Please say it now if forever holds your pieces. Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do a free collective message. I'm going to do a free collective love message, and then I'm going to go ahead and get offline. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What do we need to know right now about our love stories, our life stories, in general now and in the not too distant future this evening? Oh, that's interesting. 8 people watching right now on your end. That's cool. Right on. So I mapped out, that whole series you had asked me to make. Yeah, I just gotta make the videos, to be honest. Was trying to talk to the mimic last night, but it's interesting because all we got last night when talking about the mimic was all I got from the spirit box on the mimic was a little girl's voice. Isn't that interesting? So I asked, you know, if it was the little girl buried under the house, which is actually something that is like an old myth about the neighborhood from the Civil War. Fiona. Did the spirit box just say cat? Secret desires. Resilient roots. Release your ex. These are all very interesting to me because I know there are many people that it's difficult for them to move on into a new love story, even if it's a new love story with an ex. So if you are wanting to get back together with an ex, release the old version of them so you can write a new love story with them and the version of them that you want. If you don't have an ex that you want to get back with, you know, start putting that old love story and wiping it away clean, getting rid of that old love story. And as you get to know somebody new, you know, you may be getting to know somebody new right now, but harboring and holding on to that ex that will not serve you and your new love story that you want to create. Resilient roots and prickly defenses. Try not to be too defensive about everything everybody says. It's a time now for love and kindness and joy. Life is short, so find the ones you want to share the rest of your life with and, you know, get more in touch with those resilient roots that have made you the strong person that you are today. What are your secret desires? Open your heart to them. Know that whatever those desires are, they are already yours. But it's what you're telling yourself that might be putting things on pause with that love story. What are you telling yourself? What are you telling yourself about other people? What are you telling yourself about your love life? Open your heart to the joy and the love that you seek. In vulnerability, we talk and reveal, forging deeper connections through honesty. Unspoken needs can plunge you into deep confusion. Sometimes when we, you know, hide the things that we desire, instead of communicating about them to our friends and loved ones so they can help us, we get confused and we start to blur the lines with truly what we want. Prickly defenses, barriers caused by past hurts block you, but be patient. Like I was saying, you know, a moment ago, release the ex, you know, wipe away the old love story clean, and find the resilience in your roots from where you started from. Endure the storms, protect your core, and grow stronger with each challenge. So, yeah, protect your peace like a precious gem. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond deepens. So if you are thinking about, you know, a new love story, the more that you communicate about your desires, even your secret desires with someone you trust, your bond will deepen, not only with yourself, but with your most trusted and strongest spirit guides. If you're feeling lost about your love story, sit down with whatever you believe your creator is. Sit down and talk to it as if it's your best friend. And you will really surely see a change and a transformation in your love story. So release that ex. You know, the time has come for you to clear your energy. I hope this message reaches someone and helps them. Keep me updated about how y'all are doing. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. I'll be back soon. Thank you guys so much for the likes, the loves, the subscription, the payments for your readings. I appreciate it. And I will see you guys soon. Good night, Fiona. Sweet dreams. Sulfrito, please don't sleep in the shit. It's not good for you, babe. Anthony Mendoza, if I'm not scared, you shouldn't be scared. Metal Rain, sweet dreams when you get there. Thanks so much for coming by and hanging out. Meryl, thanks so much for coming by and hanging out as well. I appreciate your moderating tonight. Molly, thanks so much for coming by. It was great to hang out with you. And anyone who came by to hang out, I appreciate you. Have a good night and be safe. Mwah. Kalanita.